Alrighty, welcome to HubSpot Mentors. For those of you that don't know, this week, this is being recorded on the 5th of September. So this week is ending HubSpot's annual conference called Inbound.
Yes.
Not Spotlight.
But there's a lot of Spotlight features.
There is something that's come out, and it's like HubSpot Spotlight. So every year they spotlight the features that have been released during Inbound, but also in the last 12 months, because there's been a lot. They kind of drip feed them over 12 months, and then they just launch them all at you in one go and go live. So yes, today is a recap, I guess, of what Semi and I have found so far from the spotlight of the new features, which a lot were announced at Inbound. And I mean, if I actually saw a LinkedIn post this week, which is like anyone that didn't go to Inbound should all connect and just badmouth everyone that did go to Inbound, because we've got FOMO. But I went to Inbound a few years ago and it was really exciting. I look forward to going back 1 year. But I mean, yeah, that's what's happened this year.
Bit far away from us.
Oh, it's super far away. It used to be in Boston. I believe it's in San Francisco now. I could be wrong. But it's obviously wherever it is, I don't care because I'm not there. But here I am trying to keep up with all of the changes that's happened in HubSpot this week. And if you haven't guessed it, that's what this episode's about this week. As always, but in the flesh, not somewhere across an ocean, joined with me is Solution Seeker Semi. Semi, it's so good to have you here in person, man.
Thank you very much. It does feel very weird. Not staring at a camera.
And for me too, normally you're on a screen at the other side of the desk, but now you're here in person. I can touch you. I'm not going to touch you. It's okay. Leave that in. Don't edit it out. It's funny.
I like how you just like reassured that. Anyways, in saying that, there is a fair bit to go through in today's episode.
There is.
200 plus products.
So
we're going to sit down and go through each and every one of them so all our viewers can get a feel of about how much stuff has been released.
We are going to be here for hours if we go through all 200 of them. That's obviously a joke.
That's right.
Yes. We're going to share with you, no doubt, by the end of the episode, our 5 favorite that we've found so far. I mean, there's probably more, and maybe next week we'll share some more that we find. Yeah,
just 5 that we think that is going to add value to your processes.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to remind everyone listening, though, that Red Pandas, Semi, myself, our HubSpot specialists, we are experts in HubSpot CRM, Sales, and Marketing Hub. Like that's where we really, really shine. So our featured features today, our shared features, are going to be biased towards those hubs, obviously. But I mean, there is a lot that covers across all of the hubs.
Focus on generating leads.
Yes.
And closing sales.
Yes, marketing and sales. And then, I mean, there's always some shiny tools that we get
excited
about. But for the most part, we want to summarize what we've learnt so far, help you focus on some of the most important updates, like I said, in our opinion. But I mean, I feel like it would be remiss of us to not maybe point out the obvious when it comes to all of these features that just get kind of like dumped on us during this week. I know for me, this week's been a lot trying to get my head around changes, specifically the theme.
Yeah, I know.
This one got me.
Complain about it a lot.
Woo, this one got me. And like, it was
why is the sides curved?
Yeah, it's like themes in beta. Give them your feedback. I gave them feedback next minute. It's like in every single portal. I was like, oh, okay, clearly you don't want my feedback. We're just rolling it out. But it is. There is a new theme. If you haven't enabled it yet, I think you should, because it takes time for your eyes to adjust and change to new things. Up the top right of your portal, if you click on your face,
name,
and then you go down, you can see the new theme there. You can go back to the old one, but in true kind of like growth mindset framework or whatever, I've been changing my theme for all of my clients and forcing them to do it as well, so that they start to get more familiar with the look and feel, because change is hard. And we need to just
embrace it.
Exactly. You just got to lean in and feel the pain. So yeah, the theme got me this week quite a few times. What else?
It's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot going on. And I think it's really important that, we're in HubSpot all day, every day. Right. It's important that even for our customers, that may or may not be, sometimes in, sometimes not. They're going to try to find something. There is a lot of emotions that are attached to that. I know you've been I know some of
What
our
do you mean
comments have been
emotions? I have no emotions.
You've been receiving, hey, why did this go? Where did leads go? And like,
Oh
where
my
did all the bunch of
goodness.
bits and pieces go? Obviously, there's a bit of changes. So, yeah, I think there's a fair few things to talk about.
I think you can easily fall into, this is too much. I don't want to deal with this. I'm just going to focus on what I already know. I think you can, and not to get too philosophical here, but that can be quite fixed mindset-y. And obviously for, us Red Pandas, one of our first and most important, I think, values is this growth mindset that we have. And I'm grateful for HubSpot because I think it forces us to have this growth mindset around not just obviously ourselves, but like this is a software that people pay us a lot of money to implement and train them on. And they're expecting us to know what it can do and know what it can do to help them. So when we get these feature updates, we feel what you feel, but maybe even with a little bit more pressure because we call ourselves HubSpot specialists and we're like, holy crap, we got to get across these and we got to get across them quick. So quick that we've actually booked out a whole day's upskilling, because I have done a typo in the calendar invite, upskilling session for the entire Hub team here at Red Pandas. And we're actually all going to divide and conquer the majority of these updates and share our knowledge together. So we take this pretty seriously. Whoops, bleep that out. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. I can't remember, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the idea is there is a lot going on and there is a little theme around how things would work, right?
Yes.
And so if we zoom out a little bit, right, these changes that have been imposed is like they started off last year, right?
There's changes every year, right?
There's changes every year, but there's been like obviously this new boom in AI and like we're not where we should be expecting more of these. But last year was like, hey, we've just introduced AI to support you with your work.
Yes.
Now it's just this year's theme is just been focused around AI agents. So high level, having a look at this. AI agents, for those that are not familiar with it, are tools in HubSpot that will do things for you. So do actions, do activities, and highlight things that you may or may not be aware of. So that can come real powerful. And I go, you might find some of these are like, may not be appealing to what you need. And so there can be a whole heap of like overwhelm around this. And I know some people might be worried about like my jobs and bits and pieces. Again, this is not an AI conversation.
Yeah.
But it's more about going, hey, this is the theme around HubSpot this year. Yeah. And that's why you're going to see a lot of like, Breeze AI now added with like HubSpot agents all around HubSpot. Yeah. And very excited to kind of go through them.
Yeah, it's a big push. I mean, the CEO of HubSpot, Yamini Rangan, who obviously always opens up inbound with her keynotes, and she said this at the Grow event in Sydney a few months back. It's almost like a very similar keynote on repeat, no offense, but it was very much like data. Your data needs to be clean. It needs to be unified. And then now they've got this new term, smart CRM, which is all of that data quality stuff that, I feel like I'm doing a spoiler alert for one of my featured features later, but this, like, if you don't have a clean, unified data, then you can't use this AI. You actually, you can't, because it doesn't have a good infrastructure. Yeah. But I think what HubSpot's doing now with this smart CRM stuff, and this is what she says in her, in a LinkedIn post, she's like, our smart CRM automatically unifies data from multiple sources, and the data hub, spoiler alert, keeps it clean and up to date. Better data leads to better results with AI and better experiences for customers. So, that's what they're doing, right? They're just making the system smarter so that you can use it better, and then these agents can, just deploy your services.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Better.
Ultimately, that's what it comes down
that's
to,
what
right?
It is. That's all it is.
Yeah, if you say, hey, let's peel up all the fancy stuff, all this fancy stuff work off data. That's what you're trying to say.
That's literally all I'm saying.
So clean up your data. Don't have duplicate properties that represent the same thing.
Yes. And before Data Hub, there was obviously a whole method to that. But with that said, Semi, what's like a high level summary of this spotlight? There's over 200 features. You've already mentioned like Breeze, which was released last year. And then this year was like building upon Breeze, this massive push around these AI agents. I don't want to ruin the spoiler for one of our featured features, but there's something like am I going to ruin it? I'm going to ruin it.
No, I think there's a lot of agents.
There's a lot
right?
of agents.
There's a lot of agents, and they're getting more sophisticated, more precise. They're like really focused on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there is a that's the high level summary, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So in my honest opinion, we've already shared kind of like what we're going to do as a team to approach getting our heads around all of these tools and what works for us and how we can share it with our clients. But my feedback to anyone that is feeling a bit overwhelmed with how many updates there are and all these AI agents and all that type of stuff is like focus. Focus has actually been a huge theme for us this year internally as well. Focus on what is important and what like is going to help you move the needle, if you will, or is going to align with your strategy.
Yeah.
So where I would start for myself and for my clients is like, well, what subscription do you have? Are you paying for Marketing Hub, Sales Hub, Service Hub, whichever hub it is that you are currently paying for?
Yeah.
Start there. Go to this. We're going to link you to the Spotlight link, the fall with all the features. Start with that link. Go to the hub that makes the most sense for your subscription and just start there. Start reading and engaging in some of the content. And then as long as if there's a new feature there that ties into something you are already doing or you're working towards, then sure, spend some time, understand it, roll it out, test it, implement it, reach out to a partner or a community that you might be in to pick other people's brains. But don't go and bite off more than what you can chew. Don't get distracted by shiny new objects. It's easy to get distracted. Roll out something that doesn't actually have any impact, and then you end up going, what am I paying all this money for? Yeah,
I think you raise a good point, and I think it goes back to that you know, the focus element. I just want to add one thing there is like, and it saved me a lot with in terms of clients is like, you if you're a HubSpot user, you know you've been using HubSpot for a fair bit now, right? And you may realize might be some moments of frustration where like you might be like, hey, I wish this could do it this way, or there's this point that why does it do it this way, or can we add something here, or can we change something here, or try to figure out something that might work. These are little problems that might come out, right? I would say is instead of dismissing that and feeling frustrated about it, write that issue down. And then instead of looking at external stuff, the chances are there might be a solution that's available for you within HubSpot, features that's been released.
Yeah.
Then go explore it.
Yeah.
So that way you're invested in what you're looking at.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then you're able to implement it with intention.
Yeah. I really like that, Sammy. That's a really, really good point. So you're saying if you've already got a frustration or there's already something that you're encountering in HubSpot, instead of just going to Google and trying to find solutions, using HubSpot's resources.
Yeah, ask the question.
Yeah.
There's an assistant now.
I was going to say that. Where should I go? Formerly known as Copilot, which we made an internal joke the other day that Microsoft tried to sue HubSpot, which is not true. I don't know if that's going to turn into...
Maybe it might be true.
Maybe they did. I don't know. But yeah, Microsoft had Copilot first, and then HubSpot rolled out a Copilot up the top right, which is now called Assistant.
Yeah.
This is another beautiful change that dropped into our portals this week that we weren't aware of until we were like, hey, hello, nice to see you there. Oh, the one that got me this today, segments.
Oh, yeah. Segments instead of lists.
I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, I think it's a good one.
It does make sense, but
I've got positive feedback on that one.
10 years I've been using HubSpot for, and it's been called lists.
Yeah.
Like, the chain, this is as bad as when they moved the menu from the top to the left. Like my brain, and I'm trying so hard not to be fixed mindset.
At least they didn't change the location or into marketing or something.
Oh my goodness,
that would have been horrible.
Yeah, that would have been worse. I'm still trying to get my head around where things are in that menu. Anyway, I love that. Use HubSpot's what Sammy said. Use HubSpot's resources first. The assistant. I think the assistant's gotten so good over the last 12 months. When it first came out, I was a bit skeptical. I'm still a bit skeptical to use AI to build me reports. Maybe I'm just not good at prompting them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Haven't played enough with it. But the assistant in helping me troubleshoot inside of a portal is actually really helpful. I would agree. Yeah.
You know, I was looking at data before, like I think I know you and I collectively have onboarded about 200 brand new people into HubSpot.
That's impressive, man.
I know.
That's a flex.
I know, right?
We should get like a badge.
We should. But in saying that, it goes back to those principles when I do speak to new people that are coming onto HubSpot. Is like
Yeah.
there's so much overwhelm,
There
and this is going to happen to you with the number of changes happening.
Yeah.
So just go back to the principles, focus on what's important, and then I think that's the key here.
Yeah,
message.
I love that. I actually love that so much. The onboard, and it's the same with our optimization projects.
Yeah,
it's the same
absolutely.
with our onboarding projects. Focus on the things that matter.
Yeah.
And like we can also very quickly tell someone's HubSpot maturity, if you will.
Yeah.
Very quickly. We can be like, oh, you're way more advanced than just a standard entry-level HubSpot user. I'm going to throw in buyer intent. I'm going to throw in lead scoring. I'm going to throw in some assistance, like some of these newer, more cutting edge tools, if you will. I do love that HubSpot makes it easy. No matter what tool it is, it's easy. Once you get your head around it, it's easy to pick up and roll out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we go
and just before one more note. It's really important that, like, I think we stress this is like, think about the time and energy you also need to do in order to implement any of these new things.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, you got to learn it. You got to learn get your head around it. For some people, it takes a really long time for them to learn things.
I'll put my hand up for that one. But it takes an effort, energy required to be able to implement any of these things. So that's why you want to be able to go, okay, cool. Is this going to add is it going to add more time, remove more time? Is it going to add more revenue?
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
what are we going to call it?
I don't know why that's so funny, but it's true.
So focus on your goals.
Yes.
And pick the features and functions within HubSpot. They're going to be there. They're going to keep evolving, right?
Yep.
And it's valuable. You don't have to use everything. HubSpot is a massive software.
Huge.
Right?
I mean, we're specialists and we're not.
Yeah, 100%. I always learn something new like every week.
Every day, growth mindset.
Exactly, right?
All right. Can we share with our listeners our top 5 features that were released at Inbound or just in general, Spotlight, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You go first.
Yeah, I think this one got me real good because I was like, oh, there's so many. I know sort of background. I think I followed Dharmesh on.
Followed who to where?
Dharmesh, I think is
Dharmesh.
Dharmesh, the CTO of HubSpot.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah, and he's had this agent.ai website up for a while. I saw one of his LinkedIn posts, and he's been like trialing all these agents in there. And so now I wasn't surprised that now they implement these agents in HubSpot. So the first thing is agent marketplace is now available with this, which means there's a whole heap of agents that are available: prospecting agent, custom agent.
So they've put the agents in a house. They've gone, let's put you over here.
And so you'll be able to then go in and figure out, okay, cool. Does this agent help me with my current situation or problem?
Nice.
I'm very excited about that one. It's because you're able to then go through and see what that looks like. Right now, it's for free.
How do you get to the agent marketplace, Semi?
On the left-hand side, going off memory, if you scroll all the way down to the Breeze AI section.
On the left-hand side.
Left-hand side navigation bar. If you click into that, it'll be the second one.
Underneath Breeze Marketplace. Yeah. Nice. So I can go to Marketplace. Oh, and meet your new AI teammates.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you were just saying free for now, right?
It said it wrote free for now. I'm sure. Look, I think just an FYI on this one is everything's going to scroll. Everything's going to start moving into the HubSpot
credits
model. Yeah. Right. Credits model. So if you're not familiar with it, you do have about 5,000 credits if you're a pro user that you can utilize to enrich customers, to enrich your data, to then utilize some of these things.
Use agents.
So I would recommend that you play around with this and get your head around it.
I'm curious to see where these agents go with integrations as well. I'm sure there's something you can already do with it, but I wonder how those two come together. Like, can you use an integration to fuel an agent?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
It probably will at some point. There's so much possibility. Like, imagine making a phone call to the business, an agent picks up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you answer all the calls, and then that just adds updates to CRM, HubSpot.
Yeah, so there are apps that can work with Breeze Studio. So everything kind of sits under that Breeze Studio umbrella.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I mean that sounds.
What are you excited for? I know when
really
you saw this one, you were like blown away.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. Yes, Marketing Studio. I mean, it's just a combination really of all of HubSpot's AI features, and you said a moment ago, campaigns kind of smooshed into one on steroids, if you will. Think of creating a campaign using AI to then turn it into action plans with ready-to-use assets like posts, emails, more landing pages, other types of content that you might want to, promote and post about this campaign, all in the one place. So maybe Canva,
Yeah. It's
campaigns, and your marketing tools in one section.
Yeah.
To just have that total control, full visibility. I think one thing over the years of using Marketing Hub, when you're building a campaign, you've got to have, I know I have one tab open for a form, another one open for a workflow, another one open for a landing page, another one open for an email, another one open for socials. And it becomes clunky having to navigate through multiple tabs. And that's definitely something I've felt and my clients have shared. So I like this idea of this marketing studio, bringing it all into one place. And of course, it allows you to do all the same kind of like UTM tracking and link tracking for your source reporting. So it's really, I guess, in an elevator pitch, one workspace where all your team can work on all of your marketing assets.
Yeah. I think before that's what like campaigns in HubSpot was just like, hey, let me just put all my assets in one place and see how it kind of goes. I think that was it, right?
It wasn't a builder. It wasn't a studio.
It wasn't like a studio where you can throw things out and like put in, drag lines and stuff and bits and pieces. I think now it's getting to that point with the help of like the AI features.
Yeah.
That's like really embedded into that campaign stuff, which is really exciting, right?
Yeah, no, I would agree. I mean,
anything to make your job a little easier.
Yeah, exactly. The assistant or the AI feature within it, maybe it's the marketing agent. I don't know. I've got to get my head around agents. But I'm guessing like you can go into the marketing studio and use a prompt like create a marketing campaign defined to run over 6 months with the goal of booking meetings. And the target audience is, parents with children under 5, for example. Right. So if that's how I prompt my marketing studio AI agent bot thing, whatever it's called, then it will use that to go off and fill the assets within the studio. So I'm excited to have a play with this one. I'm sure we're going to talk about it more. A lot of our clients have got Marketing Hub Pro, and this is going to be a feature that they're going to start to see. So I'm really keen to see what this looks like.
Marketing Pro Enterprise, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the next one is.
I'm taking this one. This one's mine.
It's I got you for Tasha this morning.
Yesterday. I think I had a client that we've been doing a lot of like data quality work. We're really getting them ready to use some agents, right? And we've been using Operations Hub Pro tools to do that. And then when we're ready to get them a quote, I reach out to my CSM and say, hey, get me a quote for
operations.
Wait, it doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, what is this? I go, oh, it's Data Hub now. So yes, I said it before. Operations Hub is gone now and it is called Data Hub, which actually makes so much sense, I must say, because a lot of the features that we've already talked about and that we've already come to love and know are these data quality tools and like automatically, bulk merge duplicates and refine your contact properties and just object properties in general. A lot of the features that we get with workflows for keeping our data clean and in point and looking good. So this new kind of data, my understanding, the Data Hub replacing Ops Hub is really a big emphasis on that data integrity and being able to have a smart CRM with healthy, clean data to then obviously make better decisions for anything, but your agents as well can work better off of a better infrastructure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm really excited to see what else there is. I'm sure I only just scratched the surface.
Like we said, there's 200 plus stuff, and these are the stuff that we thought it was like, hey, this is important. Like this is something that we'll love to dive into a little bit more deeper and understand, right?
Yeah.
The next one is a very simple one, but I'm so glad that they've actually introduced this.
This is a good one.
I'm really looking forward to utilizing it.
Yeah.
Which is called workflow enrolment from a CRM card.
Break it down for someone that might not understand that.
Everything in HubSpot in the contact view, company view, that section could be customizable.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that really annoyed me was in order to trigger a workflow, you had to create a custom property that will then
Done
either
many
be
of these.
ticked or turned off and give
Yeah.
you a status update and a whole bunch of bits and pieces around
Yeah.
there, which was really annoying, right? Which
Yep.
is fine, but it was part of the process.
Yep.
But they just made it super simple by adding a custom card on the right-hand side where your associations would go.
Yep.
Where you go automatically click a button to enroll something.
Yep.
It's a really good fine balance, and why I find it really useful is the fact that you can now have set automated activities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. If you're like, hey, I want to send out XYZ, do a whole bunch of bits and pieces, but I want to do it when I want to do it.
Yep.
And that gives you that button option where you click on that, and then now you can execute. The automation can execute based on that.
Yeah, literally last week I had a client that was like, Tasha, I want an automatic like onboarding workflow to trigger 3 emails over a series of 5 days, welcoming the new client to their project, right? And I was like, yeah, cool. We can trigger it based off a deal stage being 1. And she's like, oh, I don't want it to go in the deal stages 1. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll do you a custom property. So we did the property, send enrollment pack.
Yeah.
That property then was the trigger to the workflow. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
No.
But I agree with you. It would be nice if there was something pre-built into HubSpot. And I love this idea. It means we don't need to do a custom property for something random like that.
That's right.
And we can empower our clients to use that far right section a little bit more, because often when people first get into HubSpot, I'm removing all of those association cards and just saying, just focus on using the system. Don't worry about the right-hand side
absolutely.
yet. But this new kind of, I think it's in beta from memory, this new thing that Semi's talking about, spot on. It just feels so natural for the system. And as admins, you can control what workflows are available to your users to enroll contacts in.
There you go.
It doesn't have to be every single workflow.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
can say, I just want them to see the onboarding workflow, the leave us a review workflow, and come to a webinar workflow. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Just a couple of things that just came to my mind. Like, think about this one. Think about creating a workflow that says, thank you for referring us, right?
Beautiful.
To the referrer,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
You can build that workflow up, but then like, it's like, maybe you don't want to send that because you haven't like really converted them or something. Or like, like there might be some point in time where like you want to close a deal, make sure they pay the first amount,
Yeah.
then send the invite out,
You want control.
you want control over that.
I
It
think
just
one
gives
thing
you that.
we've
right?
learned is like our clients come to us because they want automation, but then often they don't realize that, you need really clean data and tight processes for automation to work and for
Yeah.
it to work well. So this is a really nice feature. I think what we'll do in our show notes as well is we will link to these features we're talking, like we'll link specifically to these features, their knowledge bases. So if you want to learn more or just
We'll
understand.
also add the link to Spotlight with the 200 plus features, so you can go
Yes.
through, look at all of them.
Yeah, in your free time. Just in fact, you probably need like 5 coffees to get through that. Let's do
This
our
one. I think
last one.
this one you like really stunned by it. I
got
don't know
super
why you
stunned.
got so emotional over it.
Emotional. What are you talking about? You know why? Because like 10 years ago when HubSpot, I feel so old when I say this, when I kind of first came really into the scene, HubSpot was so big at pushing this inbound framework. They're like inbound. Everything's about inbound leads and inbound this, and cold calling's dead and outbound is bad. Like there was this huge push on inbound, and they couldn't, but they probably tried to coin the term inbound marketing to be their thing. So for many, many years,
That's why it's called inbound.
inbound
events,
is the
right?
thing, right? I mean, like it's been a long time. This year they've released or dropped, whatever you want to call it. They've dropped this
Framework, right?
new framework called the Loop Marketing Playbook. And I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. I gave it a read. I'm trying to digest it. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is just their new inbound, right? Like it's just 10 years ago they had inbound. Now they got Loop. And Semi and I are like, Semi's like, no, it's more than that. And I'm like, no, it's the same. It's the same thing. It is what it is. We'll link this as well. I mean, they've got some nice FAQs on there. I'll read it verbatim. I mean, there's no. When I heard it, the first thing I was like, it's just inbound. The first FAQ is, does Loop replace inbound marketing? And I was like, oh, interesting. I knew, like, obviously other people have had the same question. So, I mean, the core components of inbound marketing are still essential. So you've got your, like, well, I can't remember there's like the 4 columns, right? If you've been in the industry a while, you know what I'm talking about. There's like awareness, consideration, decision or whatever. And then you've got conversion. Yeah. Right. So that's essentially like the inbound framework. So they're still the same. They're still essential, but they're not enough. In today's AI world, you now have access to unlimited information and new distribution channels, the ability to leverage through personalization and fast optimization. This allows us to get new ideas out to the market faster than ever by building on the inbound marketing foundation with Loop Marketing. You can now have a marketing strategy that is ready for new demands marketers face. So I guess what they're trying to say, and this is where you need to help me out, is that the inbound framework and methodology is still there. It still exists.
Yeah.
But with this new AI age, it's no longer, I guess, more like flat. It is that infinite loop of AI helping you do better.
Yeah, so it's more around, think about it. You got all this data coming through. If you want to really scale a business or understand how to support your customers better, you need to then use that data, right, to then leverage them more. So information comes in, then you use the AI agents to personalize it, make more, like really help them.
Yeah.
And then send them back out there, evaluate, and come back again. So that's the whole framework around it. I think it's really smart because now you can do more with it. And so it's like leveraging that, because remember, AI doesn't sleep, right? It's 24/7 available for you. And so therefore having that loop, feedback loop, right? Updating your database, creating customized segmentations, like really nailing that information as a marketer will then allow you to reach out to those people you never thought would have been able to reach out to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really intrigued to talk about it more. HubSpot's got they've got 4 stages to it. There is heaps of content about it. My promise to you listeners and Semi is that by our next episode, we'll be in a better place to talk in more depth about this and how it could apply to our clients and the strategies that they're using Marketing Hub for. Yeah,
because like obviously if you purchase HubSpot, you purchase it because of inbound, right? Like it's, even if you start using it more, it's like inbound frameworks and stuff. And having a framework to then go, okay, cool, this is where HubSpot's aligning themselves for the future. Understand that framework. Maybe a strategic decision, right? To go, okay, cool. Let's start thinking about how we can make use of all these changes if it's aligned with our focus, right? In time. But at least you know what the end goal is. And I'm so glad they released a framework around that so you can have that roadmap to start implementing.
Cool. All right, well, no featured today because we just dumped a whole bunch of stuff about HubSpot. So make sure you check out the show notes to get the links to that spotlight, which is, like Semi said, over 200 updates. I said over 200 updates about HubSpot. And keep your focus. Don't get distracted. Do what you need to. And I look forward to our next episode where we're going to get more into Loop.
Marketing.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yep.
Done.
All right.
Thanks, Semi.
Bye.